that other indigenous peoples have lived through over time. We're grateful to share this land as street people who learn, work, and live in the community, and in our case, compete in sport. We now ask that you are able to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the St. James Athletic Center for some Huskies basketball action on this Friday night as we got the Centennial Colts taking on the hometown George Brown Huskies here in the second last home game of the season for the Huskies. And we got tip off, and here we're off and running Centennial with the early possession here. Works it down low in the post, looking for a kick out. Padmore doesn't get it, and we got turn jumper and air ball, but Centennial grabs the rebound up again and no go, and we got the rebound thanks to Anand. Looking for a pass, a double team off to Zay, and we look like it's going to be a kick ball on the Centennial Colts, and they'll be maintaining possession here for the Huskies. Michael coming up the court, guarded by Padmore. Looking for Dawkins, and we got a travel call on the Huskies here as she looked to stop and get the pivot foot down, but it slipped off. The Huskies come in with a 5-6 record, only a game back of Georgian, who's 6-6, fighting for that final home playoff spot, and hoping to host a first-round playoff game. Padmore hands it off. Centennial drives the lane, puts it up, and no good by Tingling. And we're off with numbers. Hawkins throws over to Foreman. Foreman puts on the brakes over to Anand. Drive the lane, no one's there. She puts it up and just misses, and we're still at 0-0 here. Padmore, former George Brown Husky, now starting point guard for the Centennial Colts, who sits at a 3-8 record. Tingling works her way to the right-hand side, pulls up, no travel, and she jumps it and gets the first basket of the game. Foreman, 50-year player in her final season in the OCAA, kicks off to Hawkins, open in the corner for three, and just off the mark. Rebound goes to Dawkins, back up top to Foreman, drives the lane, does a bounce pass over, up, and we got a foul. Abatulam will go to shoot two. It's 2-0 early on in this first quarter. Ian Morris, the second-year head coach for the George Brown Huskies, looking to pole vault this team to host a playoff game for the first time in a couple seasons. Rebound off the fingertips, it goes out of bounds, and Huskies maintain possession. And we have a substitution. Hawkins is out for Taylor. Michael with the inbound. Former Centennial Colt herself throws it up. And we got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Michael puts up the three and no good. Rebound, tipped out and Tingling with the basketball. It's a 3-on-3 the other way. She goes to her right. Dawkins pokes it out of bounds, and it looks like it's off the Centennial Colts, and they'll maintain possession here. Dawkins, fourth season with the Huskies, gives off to Michaels. Michaels in the corner to Foreman, down low, open in the corner, and Tingling with the nice steal there as we have a 2-1 game, less than 8 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Padmore surveying the field, Tingling on the right-hand side. Looking for a pick and roll here. Gomes puts it up, looking for the foul, and she didn't get it. Dawkins works her way up, gives off to Michael. Down to Anand. Anand with the no-look pass, but nobody's home, and we got a turnover here by the Colts. Gomes works her way to the right-hand side, over to Padmore, ticked it in the corner. Down low. And that's another bucket for the Centennial Colts. A nice post move there by Jones. Dawkins gives off to the leading scorer in the OCAA, Foreman. Throws in the corner for Michael. Michael pump fake, drives the lane, hit the floater, and still no bounce in there for the Huskies, and Tingling has numbers the other way. She goes to her left. Foreman playing great D, up, down, and we actually have a jump ball. It'll be Huskies possession here. As I mentioned, Foreman is the leading scorer in the OCAA after spending 4 seasons with the TMU Bold, has come over here to take the social workers program and averages 19.4 points, which leads the OCAA, 4.2 rebounds and almost 2 assists. Taylor goes and steps on the line, and we got a turnover for the Colts. It's quite tremendous what Foreman's doing this season. She's 9th in field goal percentage, second in three-point percentage, and 1st in free throw percentage. Jones getting guarded by Foreman, gives off to Tingling. Tingling gets the pick, drives to the left hand, puts it up, and a foul is charged to Taylor. And she'll have 2 shots at the line. 4-1 for the Centennial Colts.
Coming off for the Huskies, number 3, Taylor Hawkins.
As I mentioned before, the Huskies control their own destiny in terms of hosting a first-round playoff game in the OCAA, which happens in 2 weeks for basketball. Rebound goes to Dawkins, 5-1. Here comes Dawkins down the right-hand side. Nice dribble around Gomes, gives off to Michael. She drives, tries to kick it over to Hawkins. And Tingling once again with the arms and just pokes that out of bounds, and it'll be Huskies basketball. Still, the Huskies have not recorded a baskets, and they're 0 for 4. Hawkins trips over and goes out of bounds, and she's feeling the effects of that, but she looks like she's going to get up and continue playing here. So far, the Huskies are 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Here comes Gomes, throws it over. Simon Tucker with the jumper, no good, and Michael grabs the rebound. The trap is ongoing for the Centennial Colts. Hawkins throws it down low, or tries to, and it looks like that hit the hands off Simon Tucker. And Huskies will maintain possession. Hawkins to Foreman. Foreman does the spin move, floats it up, no good. Rebound by Anand and blocked from behind. And here comes the Colts. Down low, nice poke there by Dawkins to get the steal. Hawkins keeps it in but throws it right back to the Colts. Up and up, and no good, and still. And Michael grabs the rebound, and it looks like a foul charge on the Colts. And we'll get our first timeout of the game from the George Brown Huskies. So far in this one, we got 5-1 for the Centennial Colts. A reminder, the men's between the Colts and the Huskies happens tonight at 8 p.m. and that one also has playoff implications, that the Huskies are fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. They're currently tied for the 8th and final playoff spot with the St. Lawrence Surge, and these final 3 games are crucial to keep their season alive. The George Brown Huskies, after this one, will have their final home game grad night on Wednesday when they welcome their GTA rival, Seneca Sting, to town. Valencia checks into the game for the first time in her final season with the Huskies. She spent all 5 seasons here and gives off to Dawkins. Goes down low. Anand to Foreman. She pump fakes, goes to the left hand, gets double teamed, looking for a kick out. Throws in the corner. Dawkins wide open, takes the 2 and hits the back of the rim, and we're still without a basket for the George Brown Huskies. Dawkins on Padmore. These two went at it at practice last year. She tries to strip her. Padmore goes down low. Valencia comes in, and we have a jump ball. And this time, it goes to the Centennial Colts. George Thomas for the Centennial Colts is also in his 2nd season with the team. Simon Tucker for the inbound. Gives it off to Gomes. Gomes, guarded by Valencia, takes a pick. Looks to pop. She does for 3. No good, and that will be George Brown basketball. 4:43 left to go in this opening quarter, and so far the score is still 5-1 for the Centennial Colts. Valencia gives it off to Dawkins. Dawkins playing in her 52nd career game for the George Brown Huskies, averaging career 11.7 points. So far this season, is averaging 12.2. Foreman drives to the right hand, puts on the brakes, fadeaway jumper, and finally the George Brown Huskies get on the board to make it 5-3. Over the other side, Padmore has a wide open lane, drives, puts it up, and gets the bucket on her former team. Comes up the court, drives, kicks off to Hawkins, over to Dawkins. Drives to the left hand. She hears, goes over actually to Foreman, and for three, bouncing, rebound. And Jones comes up with the rebound. Gomes. Less than 4 minutes to go. We got a 7-3 ball game here. Badmore one-on-one with Dawkins. Looking for the pick. He gives it off to Tingling. Goes down low. Simon Tucker puts up the hook and just bounces out, but a great run play there by the Colts. Valencia. Drives. Gives it off. Steal. Gomes. Going down the court, one-on-one Foreman. Tries a spin move. She does. Puts it up, and a foul is charged to Foreman. And another turnover by the Huskies leads to 2 shots for the Centennial Colts.
Substitution for the Huskies, number 8, Nicole Taylor.
Taylor checks in for Hawkins. Players not dressed in this game for the Huskies are Parker and Kristen. 8-3 for the Centennial Colts. Valencia goes up the court, gives it off. Emanuela gives it off, a steal by Tingling, and she goes off to the races. And this is going to be an easy 2 points, and now we have our 10-3 advantage. Back-to-back turnovers for the Huskies on their last 2 possessions. Foreman drives the lane, getting guarded there by Joseph Lynch, and she gets it over the center and picks up her 2nd basket of the game. Tingling looking for the pass, gives it over. Padmore was right there to grab it. Down the corner, 4-3, Gomes, and no good. Taylor doesn't grab the rebound. Padmore throws it up, partially blocked, and just right under there, Joseph Lynch is just all over the place. Has 2 rebounds, 2 chances, unable to. Dawkins goes to her left hand, turnover by Gomes. Pokes it away, and then Dawkins gets it right back. No, she doesn't. Gomes gets it back, gives it off, and just chucks it out of bounds. It looks like she was going to Joseph Lynch, but she just wasn't ready for the ball, or miscommunication.
Number 24, Annan Amadou.
$10-5 is the score here. And now we're off and running. 2:22 left to go in this opening quarter. Drive by Foreman, kicks in the corner. Michael for 3, and no good. And Gomes comes the other way for the Colts. Drives right at Taylor, puts on the brakes, looks around, throws it to Padmore at the top. Tingling. Joseph Lynch wants the ball down low. She gets it. She stops, almost stripped, kicks it off. Tingling for 3. No good. Joseph Lynch goes to the rebound, bounce around. She gets it again, puts it up, and she grabs it and gets the 2 points. That is going to be a mismatch for the Huskies the entire game, as Joseph Lynch is a 6'5" center from Scarborough, Ontario. Foreman looking around, gets double teamed, and Nan drives with it. Goes up and good. Goes up and at it. Almost a steal there. Michaels actually strips the ball, loose one. Tingling dives. And it's a Huskies basketball, and hopefully Michael is okay there. Foreman. One-on-one, goes to her right hand, puts on the brakes. Simon Tucker right on her, goes to her left. Looking to kick it out. Simon Tucker, great defense there, and forces a jump ball and Centennial basketball. And Foreman's having a little chit-chat with the ref on that possession. Didn't like something there. 1:10 left to go, 12-7 for the Centennial Colts. Gomes Gives over to Simon Tucker, throws over, and then forces a turnover. Puts on the brakes, Padmore's all over her. Looking to give it off to someone, she does to Michaels. Michael fakes a jumper, pulls it up, and gets fouled. 2 shots at the line for the former Centennial Colt. Like I said, Michael, former Centennial Colt last season, also from Scarborough, Ontario. Goes for 2 shots, up, and gets the first one to cut the deficit 2-4. Misses the second one. And less than a minute to go, Tingling up with the basketball. So far leads all scores with 5 points and 3 rebounds in the opening quarter. Shot by Gomes off the mark. Simon Tucker keeps it alive. Padmore now takes the 3-pointer and just missed again. Joseph Litch with another rebound. Seems like that's her 6th already this game. Simon Tucker does the baby hook shot, and once again, Joseph Litch with the rebound and put back. Already has 4 points off the bench. Valencia gives off to Foreman. Foreman scanning the defense. It looks like a zone down low. Taylor wide open. It hits the bucket. Nice pass there by Foreman. And that's how you beat a zone defense. 2 seconds left, 1 second left, no shot. And the Centennial Colts lead 14-10 after the opening 10 minutes. Good back and forth game, but the key thing here for the Centennial Colts is their rebounding. They have out-rebounded George Brown Huskies 14-8, including 6 offensive rebounds. We'll be right back for the second quarter in just a minute, 40 seconds. And welcome back here at St. James Athletic Center as George Brown Huskies are trailing 14-10 to their GTA rival Centennial Colts. Foreman so far leads the team with 4 points and 2 dishes. But defensively, both teams have been playing very well, with neither team hitting a 3-pointer so far. The teams combined are 0 for 9 from beyond the arc. Valencia gives it off to Foreman. Foreman open 3 and just misses it. You do not want to give that offensive player a shot like that. Usually she nails it. Taylor guarding former Loyalist Lancer. Tingling looking to pass, gives it off. Simon Tucker fakes the shot, gives off Padmore. 3, she doesn't take it, now hands it off. Aaron pass there by the Colts and goes out of bounds. Michael looking to pass, gives over to Valencia. Valencia to Michael. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Easy steal there by Gomes, who read it like a book. Drives with the lane, left hand, and easy 2 buckets that push the lead to 6. Gomes is just baiting for that pass. Valencia gives it over to Foreman. Foreman gets an edge there, does a Euro step, puts it up and in. Bounce it over, Taylor for 3, fakes it now, just floats it up, an air ball. Foreman now. Getting double teamed there and gets the foul. And the more time she's been in the OCAA, more and more opposing defenses have just double teamed Foreman. It's unfortunate that the Huskies are without Parker, because Parker, 6 foot forward, who's very good down low in the post, can dish it out with the best of them and would give Foreman a little help there on the passing. Foreman for 3. And nope, gets 2 bounces, does not go in. The Huskies on this side of the court has not been getting the bounces so far. Tingling gives over the other side. Gomes backs in on Dawkins and throws it up looking for the foul. No call. Badmore gives it off to the top. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. She throws it up. Gomes and no good off the backboard. Tingling gets the rebound and puts it up and in. 18-10 so far in the early in the second quarter. And that was a nice pass. Halo pump fakes and gets fouled from behind by Gomes. I was about to say, Tingling already on her way to a double-double, 7.6 rebounds. And sorry, that was not a foul, a travel by Taylor. Poked out of bounds, and that's going to be Huskies basketball. So far, the turnovers, the Huskies have 11 so far in this game, something that has led to a few fast break points. Valencia in the corner. Taylor fakes it, drives with her left hand. Nice bounce pass and gets it in. Great heads up play by Taylor, step and in. Tingling looking for a pass. Valencia almost steals it, but that allows Tingling to continue her dribble. Goes over, stops, over to Gomes. Gomes for 3 and just off the mark. Rebound by Jones, who puts it up. No good and gets the foul. And it's a foul against Dawkins is on the push. Jones will go to the line for 2. Deficit is now 7 for George Brown, and possibly 8 after this free throw. Nope, we're going to stay at 7. Again, Huskies get the rebound. Foreman goes down the right-hand side, fakes, looks, throws in the corner. Valencia grabs it, gives off to Dawkins. Dawkins swings it around. Foreman drives the lane, puts it up, and rejected there by the Colts, and they maintain possession. Great ball movement, but better defense there by the Colts. Dorich with the rejection. Dawkins. Huskies have 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and an errant pass once again. And that'll be the 12th turnover by the Huskies, and we're only early in the second quarter. Gomes throws it over. Dawkins almost gets the steal, but unable to. Looks like Tingling has a jammed finger, it looks like, but Gomes goes there for the easy bucket. And now the deficit is 9 for the Huskies, and they got to get things going here. Foreman drives between the defense, goes up, and doesn't get the layup. And Centennial comes the other way, throws over. Tingling waits, drives in, does a Euro step, throws it up, just misses. Jones with the rebound, fade away, hook shot in, she gets it. And now for the first time in this game, the lead is at double digits. Dawkins fakes a shot, drives in, throws up the left hand, no good, and then gets the rebound, spins, puts it up and in. Abatulam, that's her 5th point of the game. And that was a huge block in Centennial Colts basketball. Sorry, that was her 7th point of the game, my mistake. Colts with the inbound. Driving, gets it up and banks it off the backboard. Dorich gets another one there. Valencia, 25-14, goes to her right hand, off to Dawkins. Dawkins to Valencia. Valencia throws it over to Michael. She jumps, gets it, puts it up and in. Great vision there by Valencia. Gomes, Tingling, drives with her right hand, throws it up, and the foul called on the Huskies, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Centennial currently tied for 6th position in the East Division at 3-8, tied with the Durham Lords, who actually hired a former George Brown women's basketball head coach, Warren Williams, recently. And he did quite a number of good things here during his time with the Huskies. Dawkins, now the deficit's back to 11, 27-16. Michael looks to give it off. And then Gomes all over her. Gets double team, hands off to Dawkins, over to Michaels, wide open 3. She decides to drive, kicks it. And that'll be a foul on the Colts. George Brown's remaining games. After this is Seneca, and then actually spins off, puts it up and rejected. And they're actually going to call a foul there on Joseph Lynch. Huskies last couple games after this. Wednesday night on the 11th is going to be against the Seneca Sting, while Friday they wrap up their regular season at Durham. And like I said, they have full control of if they want that 4th home playoff game. And now deficit's back at 9, and timeout by the Centennial Colts here.
Timeout for Centennial.
We'll be right back. We're back here at St. James Athletic Center, downtown Toronto. George Brown Huskies down 27-18. So far this quarter, Centennial has outscored George Brown 13-8. And we're also still looking for a first three-pointer of the game for either side. Tingling gets it down the middle. Joseph Litch down low to Gomes, and she misses a wide open layup. And Dawkins comes back, throws over to Michael. Michael couldn't put on the break. She still has possession, luckily, and that's out of bounds. And Huskies maintain possession. Michael 4-3 for the Huskies. Off the front of the rim. Michael regains the rebound, goes to her right hand, throws it up, and no one home and a turnover. Colts. Crossover by Tingling, looking for a pass. She keeps it instead. Off in the corner, pump fake, drive in there by Dorich and gives it off, and no good there, but she gets her own rebound. Joseph Litch misses the shot, and it's out of bounds on Dawkins, who went for the swipe. So far, Joseph Litch has 5 rebounds in this game. 6 after that one. Goes high to her. She puts it up, bounces it around, and it goes in. And something you can't teach is height. And the Huskies are having trouble maintaining that down low. Valencia to Foreman. Foreman. Gained guard by Tingling. Looking for a pass. Gets double team. Litch Joseph goes in there. Foreman puts it up and no good. Tingling hands it off. Dorich throws it down low, unable to connect with Joseph Litch. Tingling now, double team, throws it up. Dawkins swipes at it, almost gets it, but Gomes maintains possession. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Colts put up a three-pointer, it's off. Michaels can't get the rebound. Colts maintain possession, and Joseph Litch puts it up, and Michael grabs the rebound this time. Valencia. Dribbles to her right hand, looking for a pass, gives it off. No one's taking the three. Spin move. Blocked by Joseph Litch. They come the other way. She has been giving the Huskies fits in the key, and a foul there. And 2 shots here for Gomes, at 3:25 left. And we have a timeout by the George Brown Huskies.
Timeout call. Fans, we'd also like to take a moment to highlight.
And we'll be right back.
George Brown Resource, Black Student Success Network, is a community of Black students, faculty, and staff dedicated to encouraging the success of Black students at George Brown and beyond. BSSN provides a space in which to meet, share, socialize, and learn from Black community members and alumni.
And we're back. Gomes at the line to shoot 2. So far, the biggest lead of the game has been 11. And Centennial, right from the get-go, has been playing very well this evening. Michael now, after 2 missed free throws there by Gomes, puts on the brakes between the legs. Goes to her right hand, Gomes right on her hip. She pumps, she spins, she puts up and air mails it. Padmore. Nice crossover there, opens, throws over to Jones. She shoots the ball, misses the basket, and it's Huskies basketball. Hawkins checks back into the game. Dawkins goes to her right, looking for a pass. Gives off in the corner. Valencia takes the 3 and hits it. Swish, swish. The first 3-pointer of the game for either side comes from Valencia, and who's currently playing in her 61st regular season game for George Brown. been here since 2001. Valencia grabs a rebound, goes up, gets double team, looking for the trap. She falls over, and referee's going to call a foul here. Centennial getting Joseph. Oh, it looks like Joseph Litch was going to check back in the game. Then they decide not to by head coach George Thomas. Valencia lobs over to Foreman. Foreman one-on-one, goes to her right hand. Looks the handoff. Dawkins drives the lane, swings it out. Hawkins in the corner. Valencia, the other side corner. It's for three. Swish. Valencia back-to-back three-pointers to cut the deficit just to 5 now. Hawkins pushing Gomes. And they call a foul on the push. That's exactly what the George Brown Huskies needed there, was back-to-back three-pointers to get back into this one. Also try to get into a rhythm here. Padmore guarded by Dawkins, goes over to Gomes. Gomes to the top. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Tingling decides not to give it to Padmore. She drives, she spins. Hawkins right on her. She falls backwards, and that's a travel. And a great defensive stop by the Huskies. Ukori checks into the game. Dawkins hasn't recorded a basket so far in this one. Throws it, Valencia sings it over to the three. And Foreman with the three-pointer. Back-to-back three-pointers. And now we're just down to a 2-point deficit by the Huskies. And a steal by the Huskies again. And she gives it off to Foreman. Foreman drives the lane. And that will be a block on Tingling, a blocking foul. And Foreman's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that will not be a charge. It's a blocking foul. And now Foreman has an opportunity to tie this one up. And Joseph Litch checks back into the game while Simon Tucker takes his seat. Foreman puts it up, and we're got a tie game here with less than 90 seconds to go in the opening half. Jones looks around, throws over Joseph Litch, who gives off Tingling. She drives, she throws it down low. Gomes up and out of bounds. Foreman swats it away from Joseph Litch, and the Huskies come the other way. Hawkins almost mishandles that one. She gets possession, drives the lane. She gets pushed by Jones. Foreman for 3, and just missed it. Almost 4 consecutive threes. It's 29 all. A quick 11-0 run here by the Huskies. Joseph Litch puts the ball up high. Hands off to Gomes, who takes a pick. And almost stripped by Dawkins. Maintains possession. Throws it up. And will go to the line to shoot 2 once again. This is a Gomes' 3rd trip of the half at the free throw line. Gomes looking to give the lead back to the Colts. She does. Puts it up again and riles off. Rebound for anyone. The Huskies gain possession. Valencia now leading the charge. Foreman's open. She hits her in stride. Foreman layup. No good. Great pass by Valencia. 1-point game. Dawkins almost sticks the ball. Tingling, Patrick Chess saying that was her bad on that one. Calling for it. 18.2 seconds left. Shot clock out. So the Colts can run a play here and take all the time off it to head into the half. Gives it down low. Joseph Litch turnaround jumper, and she gets the bucket and the foul. And goes to the line. Eight points so far for the 6'5" center. 4 for 7 from the field. 6 rebounds. She puts it up, misses it, and looks like Jones push foul there. Yep, Jones with the push will pick up a foul. And that'll be her first foul, and looks like the Huskies are going to go shoot 2. Ooh, Corey at the line. Hits her first free throw, the true freshman out of high school. And missed the second one. Hawkins with the rebound, puts it back up, and no! Now Dawkins puts it back up, rejected, gets it up and misses again. And we got a foul. And Gomes now, once again, going to the line to shoot 2. Dawkins with a couple offensive rebounds, just could not cash it in. We got a 2-point game with 5.4 seconds left. Gomes so far 2 for 3 from the free throw line. And make that 2 for 7 now.
Go Bucks out.
Gomes once again puts it up, rattles out. Dawkins with the rebound, and it's Centennial basketball. 4.7 seconds left. They have one more crack at it to extend their lead. And if what have we seen so far in this half? They want to go to Joseph Litch. She's calling for it. She gets it, puts it up, tried to put it up, and rejected. I believe that was Hawkins who got the rejection, and they're going to try it again. And the Colts are most likely going to go to Joseph Litch. No, Padmore takes it, throws it down low, and they go to Joseph Litch. She tries to spin fire it, but unable to get it. The George Brown Huskies were down as much as 11 points, but now they're only down 32-30 at the half.
It's just short, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for a shocking, fantastic showing here. At the half of Baylor basketball game, we're looking to win the Super Cash Challenge. We're here for our men's game, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at you two. Not just a sock guy anymore, eh? Oh, promoted.
I do have a text message in the socks though. I need someone on the camera for last year I did the Summer Olympics. I got 11 points. So that makes sense. I thought it was tomorrow.
I don't know, because David was a fever, so I just sent in a message. The girls I know. Maybe got canceled, I don't know. I was at Sheridan for 10 days. It's like a 12-hour day for me. And I don't like talking, I don't like small talk. It's like 2 hours of small talk, so I already felt the need. Oh, look at this like star.
That's Miss Crew, the OCAA of the broadcast.
I think a picture of my brother.
Jake heard that Buck Martinez retired, so he's trying to get a new deal in. I'm ready.
It's Jake Howard from the Toronto Blue Jays.
Get out, Paul. Get out here. Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series.
I was like doing something on the score sheet. I look up and I was like, oh, look at you go. He's got his face on too. He's like,
Well, I was like, wait a second. Is that those guys are good
I
though?
can hear the whole time. I've done this in 5 years. So
like riding a bike or what?
Don't. I grabbed the camera for the first 10 minutes and a half. All I did was trivia thing at 10-7.
Trivia thing? Across the street?
No, Olympics.
Yeah, I was like, a quick cold one.
I was like, bring me back a takeaway. Bring me back a takeaway.
I would do it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
live
I'm
trivia every night during the Olympics. Oh, yeah, Tabby for Tabby.
What do you win? Anything good?
And welcome back to the St. James Athletic Center here as the George Brown Huskies trail the Centennial Colts 32-30 here. And the first half stats, Colts shot 35.1% from the field, while George Brown shot 31.3. At one point, they were down as much as 11, but thanks to 3 threes back to back to back, now we got a close game. Gomes takes a pick from Jones. She goes back looking for Jones, and Foreman steals the ball, and she's off and running. She has Michaels, gives it off to her. Tingling with the nice poke. And now Gomes leading the charge, going straight at the hoop and puts it up. No good. Hawkins grabs the rebound, lobs it over. Michaels gives a Foreman. Foreman puts it up, misses the layup. That was good pressure there by Gomes. And Foreman was looking for a foul. Jones back to Tingling at the top. Padmore guarded by Dawkins. Gomes has gone to the free throw line on 4 occasions in the opening half. Goes down low. Simon Tucker guarded by Anand. Spins. Hook shot. No good. And we still have a 2-point game. Foreman drives. Kicks it off. Michael to Dawkins. To Hawkins. Hawkins. Anand drives. Gives it over to Foreman for 3. And swish. Swish. Her second 3 of the game, and the Huskies take a 33-32 lead. That's her 12th point of the game. Tingling drives the paint, puts it up, no good. Foreman with the rebound. Jones pokes it free, and it ends up in Tingling's hands for an easy 2. Foreman, so far has 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. So far leads the game in scoring. Michael takes a pick, drives hard to the lane. Gomes looks for the poke, and Michael misses, and whistle. Foul, I believe, on Padmore. She's in a little bit disbelief there. Could be a late whistle, some could say. But Michaels now goes to the line to shoot 2. She hits the first one to tie this game up. Michaels so far has 4 points, 4 rebounds. Puts it up again and rattles off, and it looked like Huskies ball. Last touch by Jones of the Colts. Ian yelling 2-2-2 for the play. And now we're off. Looking for a pass, no one's open, gives off to Dawkins, and kicked ball by the Colts, so we're gonna do that play once again. Foreman now gonna actually throw the ball in for the Huskies. Gives it off, Anand, 4-3, it's off, and Tingling picks up the rebound, her 9th already. Jones puts it up, misses. Foreman grabs the rebound, and it's actually going to be poked out by Gomes, and Huskies basketball. Like I said, Tingling has already have 11 points and 9 rebounds in this game, so safe to say she's in a good position to get a double-double. Michael, guarded by Jones, gives it off to the man at the top. She's scanning the defense, looking for someone. Padmore trying to get a double team. Michael 4-3. And just misses. And it goes out of bounds. And we still got a tie game here, 34-34. Padmore gives it off. Tingling looking for Gomes. She hits her. Gomes goes up, fakes, and up and under. No good. Jones comes swinging for the rebound and just couldn't control it. Huskies basketball. Michael. Less than 7:30 to go in this third quarter. Jones defending. They're trying to give it to Foreman. Nan decides, I'm going to go downhill by myself. She goes, she hooks it, and gets the foul. Jones push off. And Nan will go to the line to shoot 2. That's Jones' second foul of the game. First one rattles in. The Huskies retake the lead, 35-34. This has been a back and forth affair between these two GTA rivals. Jones swings in the middle, almost stolen. Simon Tucker hands it off. Tingling back to Simon Tucker, who just thought about shooting it, and no, she's not. Gives it over, rebound, bounces up still. Foreman grabs the rebound, goes right on her, takes the pick. 3 Colts are around her, and it's a foul on the Centennial Colts. This first time these two teams played each other was back in October. And then fakes a handoff, now gives off to Foreman. Foreman guarded by Simon Tucker, takes the pick, looks the pop, she does, and just rattles off. She's not been getting the bounces so far in this game. Tingling goes right at Hawkins, she throws it up, no one home. Gomes bouncing around, Colts regain possession. Now and then with Dawkins, she gives it up. Dawkins going right at Padmore, Jones throws it up and gets the foul. Jones, her 3rd foul. 2nd of the quarter. And George Brown Huskies looking to extend their lead to a game high for them, 3, possibly 4 here. Jordan Dawkins, like I said, 4th-year player for the Huskies. Misses the first one out of Ajax, Ontario. Career average is 11.7 points. This season, though, 12.2, shooting, though, a career best 43.3% from the field and 34% from 3. So offensively, efficiency-wise, she's having her best season of her career. We got a 3-point game now. Joseph Litch checks back in, gives out the Gomes. No, looking for a travel. Refs don't call it. And anytime Joseph Litch has been on the floor, it's been headache central for the Huskies. And then at the top, gives out to Foreman. She decides not to take the 3. Pamore's right all over. Nice bounce pad. Taylor over, swings, Foreman, extra pass. Michael, open 3. Swish, swish for the Huskies. That's her first 3 of the game. Joseph Litch hands off to Gomes, and they just keep running this play, and they've been getting a ton of chances. Foreman looking for a pass, gives off to Dawkins. Dawkins to Taylor. She fakes a 3 off the foot, loose ball. Padmore doesn't go for it. Padmore gives off to Gomes. Dawkins racing back, and with the rejection, Jordan Dawkins going coast to coast for the block. Amazing play defensively, and it's Colts ball. That would look like an easy 2 for Gomes, but Dawkins said, not today. Tingling checks in the ball, gives it back, and Foreman almost stole it there. She got a piece of it. Jordan Dawkins not having a great night offensively for her standards, but the one thing you can always rely on is her effort level, especially defensively. It's always at 110%. Joseph Litch down, low spin move, puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound, flicks it up and in for her 10th point of the game and 7th rebound as well. Dawkins looks around. Michael in the corner, goes to her left, goes right on her, and then waits, gives it Dawkins. Dawkins open 3 and swish, swish. The 3s are raining down here in downtown Toronto for the Huskies after a slow start. Joseph Litch once again finds Gomes, and they just keep running this play, and Gomes is always open. They must have run that play maybe 6 or 7 times, and Gomes has had some easy baskets because of that. She's has 10 points, and versus Joseph Litch now has 3 assists. We'll be right back. And we're back here, 4 minutes, 44 seconds left. The score is 43 George Brown, 40 Centennial, and the second last home game of the season for the Huskies. Michael over, doesn't get it back. And Nan tries to swing it for a pass, no foul there, but she had Centennial Colts all around her. Joseph Litch gives over to Padmore, and she goes down where she's good at in the key. Padmore gives it up, and Nan tries to read it, almost gets it just at her fingertips. Gomes kicks it, sorry, my bad. That was actually Simon Tucker that kicked it to Padmore, and a rejection there for the Huskies. And that block was, I believe, by Foreman. Yes, she got the rejection there. Tingling looking inbound. Joseph Litch once again puts it up and in, and 12 points for the center. I said it once, I'll say it again. You cannot teach height in basketball. Foreman is starting to get intense here, and St. James puts it up. She missed the layup after getting the match she wanted. Simon Tucker gives it over. And nice steal, almost steal by Michael. Just could not corral it and get her feet in. Joseph Litch now is tied for a game-high 12 points with Foreman. She's done it being efficient, 6 for 10. She gets it down low off the fingertips and out of bounds. And she's saying that's her bad. She should have had that from her standard. And when you're missing a person like Parker, who's so intelligent down low, standing at 6 foot, definitely hard to guard someone that height, no matter what. Michael, one-on-one Padmore. She goes through her legs, gets the pick by Nan, gets some space, looks at Nan. Gomes steals it, picks her pocket, and goes coast to coast for the easy two, and the Colts retake the lead 44-43 with just over 3 minutes to go. Foreman gets double, and Nan looking for someone. Dawkins, open three, and swish, swish! Jordan Dawkins making it rain from deep for her second three-pointer of the game, and 7th for the George Brown Huskies after putting up nothing in the opening quarter. And we got a moving screen violation here by Joseph Litch. And now Valencia checks in for Michael. 2:55 left to go here. And reminder, we have the men's basketball game, George Brown versus the Centennial Colts. Foreman gets around Padmore. She gets doubled and gets pushed into the corner. And then to Dawkins, swings over. Valencia swings it back up to the top off of fingertips. Tingling takes it. She has Gomes running. Dawkins on her. Gomes goes up and takes the bump, goes up and in. And Gomes has just been a track star this game. Foreman goes off. Tingling leaves her be. Foreman throws it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. Oh, sorry, foul on Joseph Litch. And Foreman will take 2 shots. I believe that is Joseph Litch's second foul of the game. Oh, sorry, I'm mistaken, 3rd foul. And she gets checked out there. So both Joseph Litch and Jones have 3 fouls on the game, as well as Simon Tucker. So all 3 of their center/power forwards, 3 fouls. And Foreman hits her second free throw of the game. Perfect foul, 4 for 4 in this one. She leads the OCAA coming in tonight with an 85% free throw percentage. Outstanding. Padmore takes the pick, goes to her left hand, gives it off. Gomes gets by Valencia, hard to the hoop, and up and under. A little flex there for her 14th point of the game. Dawkins, Anand decides not to take it. Once again, Gomes is just going to pick the pocket. She is just all over the place. And up and at it once again. Gomes has been unbelievable defensively, and the George Brown Huskies keep making that pass, and Gomes keeps swiping it away. Anand. Gomes, Anand, a little work down low. Now we tied at 50-50. Tingling. Simon Tucker. Gomes, who has 18 points in this game, almost turns the ball over. Simon Tucker bails her out. Padmore, corner three. No good. Tingling, though, gets the rebound, her 11th of the game. Goes after Taylor. Spin move in the washer and puts it up. No good. Grabs it again. Her 12th rebound. Puts it up. Second chance buckets have been at a premium. Dawkins with Foreman. Crossover Gomes, but Gomes picks her pocket. And that's got to be her 6th or 7th steal. She goes hard to the paint, puts it up, and gets the foul. Gomes has been all over the place in this one. So far, 18 points, 4 rebounds, and I would say 7 steals in this one. So far in this game, Centennial has 12 steals compared to George Brown's 3. Gomes hits the first one to give the Huskies a 1-point lead. Misses, and Dawkins gives it up. Gomes wants the ball. She goes hard in the paint, puts it up. Good defense there by the Huskies, and still 1-point game. Foreman now getting doubled. Throws it to Valencia. She goes to her left hand, puts on the brakes. Once again, throws it to Gomes, who picks up another steal. Just a trend that's happening in the third quarter. She spins around easy, too. And Gomes, the entire game, has just been waiting for that pass and just taking and running with it. Dawkins, 20 seconds left to go. 3-point game. Foreman looking for the pick. She gets it. She's going to wait. She's going to wait for a three, go to her left hand, pushes off Tingling. That's going to be an offensive foul, push off. And you can tell Foreman's just getting a little frustrated in this one. Turnovers have been the trend. And the Centennial Colts are going to call time. And that's the third quarter. Centennial up 53-50 in this one. We'll be back in just under 2 minutes for the fourth and final frame here at the St. James Athletic Center. Welcome back here. George Brown trails 53-50 to the Centennial Colts. Dawkins going to check the ball in. I was alluding to it before the end of the third quarter. George Brown has 21 turnovers compared to Centennial's 12, which is a massive reason why the Colts are in the driver's seat. Valencia, Padmore's all over her. Valencia decides to toss it up and stolen by the Centennial Colts. And another turnover, 22 now. Simon Tucker gives off Tingley, hits it down low, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to the Colts. Colts have 19 offensive rebounds in this game. Padmore looking to pass the ball, she does. Dawkins with a swipe, her first steal of the game. Controls it, takes the push, no. Oh, good. Dawkins throws it up and doesn't get the and one, but a foul on the Centennial Colts. She'll go to shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so far, Centennial has 11 more rebounds than the George Brown Huskies, 39-28. And the steals are 14-4 for Centennial as well. But the George Brown Huskies keep fighting. They're still in this one. Now down by a single bucket. And Joseph Litch checks back into the game for Centennial. He's having a great evening. 12.7 rebounds and 2 assists. Missed the second one. We got a 2-point game. Simon Tucker. Hands off to Padmore. Padmore off to Tingling. Guarded by Talo. Takes a pick, goes to her right. Pop, gives over Joseph Litch. And great defensive play there by the rookie, Wu Corey. The height difference there is 6'5" compared to 5'7". And she is doing all she can to give Joseph Litch fits. Missed 3-pointer by Padmore, thrown up. Valencia has an easy 2 here. Tingling tracking her down, puts it up and in. Valencia's looking for the foul. Tingling, no foul there, but now we got a tie game at 53 apiece. Simon Tucker throws it up. Joseph Litch throws it up and gets fouled. And she's taking a little while to get up. Hopefully she's okay, and she's up, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Gomes took a short breath and checks back into the game. The game high scorer with 21 points. Joseph Litch misses the first one to give the Colts the lead, and she'll have one more crack at the can. Left hand up, back of the rim, rebound goes to the Huskies. Foreman now, one-on-one Padmore, looking, goes hard to the right, puts on the brakes. Simon Tucker waiting there to double team her. Dawkins gives it over to Valencia. Valencia open 3. Oh, it just rattles out there. But Foreman gets the rebound. Looking, Talo. Guarded by Gomes, who went to steal, down low. And what a pass there by Foreman, and no foul, but what vision by Foreman for her 3rd assist of the game. Sorry, 4th assist of the game. Joseph Litch now, top the key, looking for a pass. Gives a pick, Taylor on Tingling, she goes up, puts the floater off the top. Joseph Litch just flicks her wrist when she grabbed the rebound. And Centennial Colts ball, and that's her 9th rebound of the game. GTA rivalry. It's always a hard matchup no matter what the score is between these two teams. 7:46 left to go in the frame. Tingling looks to give it off. She does. Put it up. No good. Dawkins trying to grab the rebound, and that will be Huskies ball off the hands, I believe, of Simon Tucker. Thank you for joining me here tonight. And we're going to have a substitution. Joseph Litch checks out for Jones. And we're going to redo that inbound play. So far, the Huskies have hit 7 3-pointers compared to Centennial Colts 0. Dawkins swings it low and Nan fakes, goes up, and no good. Sorry for the technical issues there. Gomes puts it back up and in. We're back here. Fourth quarter here. Huskies up 4, hands off, Tingling puts it up, no good. Teo grabs the rebound, looking to kick it back out. Guarding, 3 Centennial Colts are there. Simon Tucker dives, gets the pass, and over to Gomes. And another turnover by the Huskies to cut the deficit to 2. The Colts defense has been suffocating on the George Brown Huskies. Valencia throws it over. Hawkins, open 3. She takes it, just misses, and then goes for the rebound. Tips off the fingers, and Centennial comes the other way with down 2 with 5:30 left to go. Padmore drives. Valencia strips the ball, and now a foul. And Padmore will go to shoot 2. The 20 and 21st free throw for the Colts. George Brown Huskies are calling a timeout to try to get organized after a couple of costly turnovers. We'll be back in just under a minute. Welcome back here at St. James Athletic Center. George Brown down up 59-57 to the Centennial Colts. And Padmore is going to the line to shoot 2. Her first 2 free throws of the game. So far, she has 2 points and 5 rebounds, the starting point guard for the Centennial Colts. Former George Brown Husky. Played here last year under Ian Morris, who's the head coach of the Huskies. First shot in. Down 1. Centennial still fighting. They're in the playoffs, but they're fighting for seeding with the Durham Lords. Simon, rebound by the Colts. Simon Tucker, Tingling. Gomes again just hits off her hand. She keeps it alive though. Double team in the corner, and Gomes with a very smart play to knock the ball off Hawkins. She has been dynamite for the team tonight. 23 points, 4 rebounds, and numerous steals. Gomes wants it. She gets it. She puts up a 3. It's off. Padmore rebound, gives off to Tingling, and she'll put it up and in. Just before the shot clock expired, 60-59 for the Centennial Colts. 5 minutes to go in this one. Foreman has 14 points so far. Gives it off down low. The drive, puts it up, and just misses it. Centennial, Simon Tucker in the post. It goes up. Great defense there. A really good defense there by the Huskies of Valencia. Dawkins going to check back into this game. Dawkins goes to, Valencia, nice pass over, but just hit the hands off Simon Tucker. Did not. And that's another turnover. Dawkins checks in for Hawkins. Dawkins, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists so far in this one. Simon Hooker gets the open shot off the back, grabs her own rebound though, puts it up again and rebound, and Huskies grab it. And we have a jump ball, and it will be Huskies ball. Sorry, my mistake, Centennial ball. Centennial up by 1. Shot clock 14 seconds. Reset for them. Jones wants it. Jones tries to get it, and Dawkins almost takes the ball there. Gomes throws it down low. Simon Tucker. Fakes, looks for a pass. Padmore now has drive. 2 seconds left. 1, and that's a turnover. Shot clock violation or out of bounds. Does not matter. Huskies basketball. Valencia. Dawkins now. 2 veterans who've been here for 4+ years. And then, guarded by Jones. Kicks it off. Foreman. Bounce over to Dawkins. Dawkins over to Valencia. Back to Dawkins. Swings it over. Foreman fakes the shot. Goes to her right hand. Drives. And that will be out of bounds on Foreman. It looked like she just mishandled the ball there or hit off Jones. Centennial. Padmore leads the charge. Gives off to Tingling. Down low. Simon Hooker looking for a pass. Decides to dribble outside the 3. Gomes full steam ahead down low. Puts up the layup. Tingling with the rebound. Jones now grabs her rebound and posts up. Throws it up. No good. And Dawkins now with the rebound. Valencia one-on-one with Gomes. Puts on the brakes. Now Dawkins. Simon Hooker right on her. Puts it up. No good. And they're coming the other way. Simon Tucker gives off to Gomes, who decided not to take a 3-pointer. Goes with the right hand. Nice pass to Jones. And an easy 2 points for the Centennial Colts to extend their lead to 3 with 2:40 left to go. Valencia. Foreman. Foreman swings at Dawkins. Dawkins takes the 3 and swish. Jordan Dawkins with her third 3 of the game to tie this one up at 62 apiece. Padmore gives off to Tingling. Tingling already has a double-double. Gomes swings it down low. Simon Tucker. Simon Tucker tries to give it over to Tingling. She does. Foreman's on her. She's trying to post her up. Gives it back to Simon Tucker. 1 second left on the shot clock. She got to throw it up. Air ball. And that will be a turnover. And still, so far in this one, though, in this last final quarter, Joseph Litch has not been checked into the game. She has 12 points, 9 rebounds. Foreman, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 fouls. Swings it over. Dawkins gives over Valencia. Valencia swings it. Back to Dawkins. Dawkins fakes the shot. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. She throws it up. No good. Looking for a foul. No whistle blows. Jones. They have numbers. 3-on-2. Padmore takes the 3-pointer and no good. Tingling, though, gets the rebound. Gomes now takes a 3-pointer and Dawkins gets the foul. I wanted to see what that foul was. I guess it was maybe her didn't allow her to land properly. And she'll have three free throws. And she missed the first one with just 91 seconds left. The crowd's getting loud. She hits the second one to make it a 1-point advantage. And that was her 12th free throw attempt, looking for 13. misses, rebound. Jones gets it, puts it up, no good. Valencia. Jones looked like she had a bit more time than she anticipated. Valencia down by 1. George Brown. And that's going to be a foul on Padmore for the push. 120 left, 63-62 here. Valencia inbounds to Dawkins. Dawkins gets the pick, he rolls, bounce pass, floater, no good, rebound. She gets the rebound, puts it back up, and good! Woo Corey has been unbelievable off the bench, bringing the energy, and now we got a turnover by Simon Tucker, and now it's a 1-point game, and Ian Morris calls a timeout. And you hear the Huskies players, women's soccer, women's volleyball, with all the energy, and this has been a great game, 64-63. Both teams played well defensively. It's one of those things with rivalry games, the best comes out of both sides, and Centennial has been playing very well so far, but they are still without a three-pointer in this one, 0 for 13 from the field, but they've been unbelievable in the paint. 38 of their 63 points have come in the paint. And they've out-rebound the Huskies 53-36 so far. George Brown, though, despite all that, despite the turnovers, has a lead, and they've been playing well. They've been bending but not breaking. And like earlier in the game, they were down as much as 11, and they were able to claw themselves back with 3 threes in 3 possessions. And now they have possession with 1:04 left to go, looking at their lead to possibly make this a 3, maybe 2 possession game. Dawkins, Valencia goes to the left. Less than a minute to go. Foreman, Joseph Lichonner, and Nan tries to bounce it over. No good. Gomes takes the ball. They had the backdoor play, but the Colts said, Tingling mishandles the ball. And Anand with the strip and the energy of this place. Huge play by Anand to get a hand in there and force a turnover. 46.1 seconds left. We got a 1-point game still. Dawkins. The Colts will get possession here no matter the outcome of this possession for the Huskies. Foreman gets double teamed. Dawkins. And we got a reach-in foul, looks like, on Tingling.
That's a foul on number 2.
A foul, and the defense was all over, almost forced a turnover. 31.1 seconds left now. They have a 14-second shot clock here. Foreman, guarded by Padmore, takes the pick. Gomes is on her. They're going to double team her. Foreman pushes off her. Gomes looks for a foul, nothing. Swings over. Valencia, back to Dawkins, to Foreman. Open 3, no good. And Simon Tucker gets the rebound. 15 seconds left. Simon Tucker gives it over. Gomes with the ball in her hand, 10 seconds left. Gets double team, throws down low. Nan dives, swipes, and it'll be Centennial Colt ball with 9 seconds left. 1-point game, and I was about to say it. George Thomas calls a timeout because he has a game in his hands, and they could possibly win this one. Unbelievable sequence of events. You gave the ball to Foreman. She had the shot she wanted, couldn't hit it, and Centennial came the other way, and this is going to be insane ending here between these two teams. We have a packed stadium here, or gymnasium, sorry. And once again, that was a Nan's defense poking that out, just making sure that there wasn't an easy bucket down low. But if I had to guess, based on what has gone well offensively for the Centennial Colts, they're going to inbound to Joseph Litch and let her go to work, do an easy kick out or something. But watch out for the 6'5" center posting up, and that's something I know Ian Morris is going to be pointing out to his team. Game on the line, 9 seconds left. No shot clock here. And they're inbounding it down low. Tingling's going to inbound her, and of course Joseph Litch is right there. Wu Corey is right there on her, the freshman. And the inbound, looking for the pass. Joseph Litch wants it, she gets it, she tried it. Simon Tucker puts it up, no good. 5 seconds left, they're battling for it. And an unbelievable play there. Wu Corey gets the ball. She wanted more than the others, and she was able to grab it. And it's going to be a possession for George Brown. And a timeout by Ian Morris with 4.5 seconds left. But what a sequence there defensively by the George Brown Huskies, because Centennial got what they wanted, but George Brown just smothered them out of that bucket. So 4.5 seconds left. They're up 1, George Brown. So we're in foul territory. And this point leaders here so far in this game is Gomes, 24 points for the Centennial Colts, while Nan, 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting for 8 rebounds and 4 assists, including a steal. And this has been one for the books in terms of rivalry games. George Brown, as a reminder, will have their final home game on Wednesday, February 11th against the Seneca Sting here. It will be grad night. George Brown honoring 5 graduating student athletes. And that game's at 6 p.m., but we still got 4.5 seconds left to go in this one. And this is for a bid to get their 6th victory of the season. And Nan's going to inbound the ball, 4.5 seconds left. Most likely Centennial will foul here. Anan looking for the inbound. Foreman's going to get it. She does. The best free throw shooter in the league, and that's exactly who you want the ball. You want at the free throw line here. She'll have 2 free throws to possibly make this a 3-point game, and Centennial has not hit a 3-pointer this entire game. 0 for 13 from beyond the arc. Foreman up and good for the first one. 65-63, 3 seconds left. Looking to make it a 3-point game. And boom. And we got a timeout here with 3 seconds left. Centennial needs a 3-pointer to tie this game. It's going to be a quick one, and they haven't hit a 3 yet. Gomes is so far the leading scorer, but maybe you give it to Tingling. But it'll be very interesting to see the play, because they can't go in the paint. They got to chuck one up to hopefully for them push this game to overtime, while George Brown defensively has come up clutch down the stretch. A couple other games happened tonight. Humber beat St. Clair 85-39 in Georgian. Big victory for them, actually. They beat Algonquin 88-78 to extend their lead to 2 games on the George Brown Huskies. So George Brown needs to win this game to keep pace with Georgian. And George Brown does have the tiebreaker. So right now, this game has just became a lot more interesting, because right now they have 5 wins compared to Georgian's 7, but with the victory here would be a 1 game back still of that 4th place, AKA a home playoff game. Simon Tucker's going to inbound it in for Centennial. They need a 3, trying to give it to Gomes. She's looking around, she swings it. Jones just got turned, she fires, no good rebound, and Valencia grabs it. And the George Brown Huskies come away with the 66-63 win against the Centennial Colts. A huge win to keep in striking distance of Georgian for that 4th place in the East Division. Huge night for the Huskies. They fought back from double-digit deficit and were able to claw their way back and take this one. Foreman led the way with 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Thank you for tuning into this one. My name is Jake Howard. Stay tuned for the men's basketball game. We'll be starting in around 30-ish minutes.